You have a wonderful clarity on the size of the market. You know, the moment anybody does anything, we say 1,250 crore million Indians, and you have a point of view on that which you articulated very simply. Can you please articulate that? I know it is. It's like a sort of almost an island in a print page for a highlighted bit, and I want you to articulate the size of the market in your view.
Whenever people look at India, they start with the assumption that there are 1,250 million people.
Right.
That's fantastic. Okay, so somebody will say, you know what, there are 800 million SIM cards.
Right.
And then somebody will say, but that's, we still have an opportunity for 450.
Correct.
And I think a lot of people make the mistake. You take away the 0 to 4 age group. You take away people beyond 65, 70 for many, many categories. You're finally left with actually 600 to 700 million people.
Right, right.
That's what the addressable market is. So if you look at FMCG specifically, penetration in almost every category, Anant, is ahead of 90%.
Right.
Penetration defined as bought in the last 1 week, used in the last 1 week, or used in the last 1 month, or used in the last quarter. Okay. So penetration is very high. So now what needs to be done? There are only two things you can do once your penetration is very high. You can get the same consumer to consume more. So somebody who's, washing their hair twice a week, how do you get them to wash it thrice a week? Okay, that's simple. That's consumption. Okay, somebody who has 5 shirts, how do you get him to buy the 6th shirt or the 7th shirt or whatever it is? Then for the same consumer, how do you get a higher value? And that higher value is through premiumization. So the only two routes to go when your penetration is extremely high is either the consumption route or the premium route or a combination of the two, which is what everybody is trying to do right now. Okay, so that's where we are. So 1250 includes, babies born yesterday.
Right. Okay. Right. Absolutely. Now, I want to go a little deeper into that. This penetration issue, because data says 91% penetration in this category, 87 somewhere else, 92 somewhere else, and everybody's lulled into thinking there's not much more headroom. But if you overlay penetration with consumption, then you say there's a lot of headroom.
Yeah.
Like we were discussing earlier before this interview. If, can you get Indians to brush their teeth 6 times a day?
Yeah.
Once when you wake up, once after breakfast, once before lunch, once after lunch, and so on. So are they missing that, or a lot of marketers?
It is yes and no.
Right.
There's a function of product, there's a function of category, there's a function of income. Okay. The average Indian household expenditure in urban India is about 2,640 rupees. Of which 40% is spent on food, the bulk of it, etc. So how much does 2,600 rupees take you? So people make those choices to say, okay, maybe I'm happy here, etc. But as the income curve moves up, as more and more people become more affluent, you will definitely see that. Right. You'll definitely see that happening. And I believe that's a big opportunity.
Right.
So you have to consistently give people the reason why they should consume the category. Okay.
Again, and repeatedly sometimes.
Yeah. For example, I believe what's happening with Uber, Ola, etc. is a great example right now. Okay. So it's quite likely that in the past you wouldn't have taken so much transportation as a mode, but today people just do it.
Absolutely.
They've just got very used to it because it's so convenient. Okay, and you don't need to rely on anything else. You don't need to rely on public transport or a friend's car or your own car today. Okay, so making it very easy for the consumer actually drives consumption. Absolutely.
Shiv, continuing with the discussions on FMCG, you've been long evangelizing the use of mobile marketing, especially when you wear your other hat as the MMA head in India. So tell me, what will mobile marketing do for FMCG in your opinion?
Yeah, I believe the ultimate thing about mobiles is it's extremely personal. Okay, a mobile is only yours, number one. Number two, you can't do without a mobile. I remember years ago we did a study. We took away the mobile phones from people. Okay, in a matter of 15 minutes, people said, you've taken away my life from me. So a mobile phone is like a soulmate virtually. Okay, even if you're sitting where there's no network, you're constantly seeing your pictures, you're constantly seeing your SMSs, your WhatsApp messages, whatever it is.
Right.
Okay, that's what a mobile phone does to you. It's your ultimate soulmate. So first thing, you add location to it, then you get context straight off. Okay, you are sitting here in Bombay, Prabha Devi.
Right.
Now, I can do anything around trying to sell you in and around Prabha Devi based on your interests.
Right.
Okay. Next, you add data analytics to it. Based on your behavior of the past, we know exactly, okay, how Anant Rangaswamy will behave, okay, in this situation or that situation. So I can bombard you with a lot of messages, every single thing targeted only for you and not mass. The ultimate beauty of mobile marketing is it can be 1 to 1, it can be 1 to a billion. Both options are possible. Next, the phone itself has evolved dramatically. Okay, every single thing has come through on the phone today. Okay, so whether it is entertainment, whether it is this thing, and I think the data revolution in this country has really taken off right now. So I would believe that if you look at millennials today, very few people watch television. Very few people. Most of their information is either on their social network.
I hope you mean television content on the television.
On the television content on the television.
Right.
Absolutely right. So most of the content they consume is either social networks or their friends or word of mouth or something like that.
Right.
So the mobile phone has become their window to the world in every single way. So if you're not able to capture that, okay, I don't think you'll address your audiences, specifically millennials. Okay, absolutely important.
Which is the future of your business anyway.
Absolutely. And the screen, this is going to be the most costly real estate in the future.
Right.
Trying to get your app into this is going to be absolutely fundamental.
Thank you so much for watching, and there's a lot more to come from Shiv, and catch another episode of my conversation with Shiv next week on CNBC TV 18. Watch this episode and the next episode on YouTube as well.